Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather updates from the First Alert Desk. Now, over the weekend, Wallace police have asked for your help in finding a trio of men who were involved in an altercation with a gun. Now, police say the three men were seen at Murphy USA gas station, at 5621 North Carolina 41 Highway in Duplin County at around 10 p.m. Sunday evening, when the officers say one of them pulled out a gun. Now, officers are looking for the people pictured in the photos, described as a young black man, a young Hispanic man, and an older white man, who they say were all traveling together, possibly in a blue Nissan. Now, according to police, the young black man was seen getting a gun from the car and pointing it at a person and threatening them. Police ask that you call them if you know anything about the altercation or the people involved. You can call them at 910-285-2126. You can find that number at the bottom of your screen, or you can email them at policeinfo@wallacenc.gov. And now we want to turn our attention to the start of the sex trafficking trial against Sean P. Diddy Combs. That is starting in Manhattan today as jury selection begins. NBC's Chloe Mellis has more from New York City.
This morning, the highly anticipated criminal trial of Sean Diddy Combs is getting underway. The music mogul himself expected to be inside a Manhattan courtroom as jury selection begins. It was nearly 8 months ago that Combs was first arrested by federal agents and charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution that could lead up to life behind bars. Combs has repeatedly denied the accusations against him and just last week said in court that he had rejected a plea deal which would have seen him receive a lighter sentence. But New York prosecutors claim Combs abused women for decades, coercing them to participate in drug-fueled sex parties known as freak-offs. Many of those incidents recorded on video, according to the indictment.
The victims did not believe they could refuse Combs without risking their security or facing more abuse.
His defense maintains everything was consensual, with Combs' attorney Tenny Garagos telling the Two Angry Men podcast,
"The public has gotten nearly every single fact wrong. However, that's what a trial is for."
The legendary rapper and hip-hop producer, now turned defendant, was first accused of physical and sexual abuse by his former girlfriend, singer Cassie Ventura, in an explosive civil lawsuit 18 months ago. Combs denied all of Ventura's accusations at the time, and the two settled. But a criminal investigation was already taking shape. And then this hotel's security footage surfaced, first obtained by CNN, showing Combs punching and kicking Ventura in 2016.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
That apology has since been deleted from social media. Combs' legal team has tried to keep the assault video from being played to a jury, but the judge recently ruled that it can be shown. A source familiar with the case telling NBC News that Ventura is a star witness for the government and is expected to take the stand within the first few days. Now the process begins to select the jurors who will soon decide his fate.
And again, that was Chloe Mellis reporting. Now I want to turn our attention to your weather forecast, where we still have rain showers coming down along the coast, but even those raindrops are starting to pull away. We will have another round of rain coming in later on this afternoon in the form of some spotty showers, but isolated thunderstorms as well. It remains a first weather day as some of those storms could potentially reach severe weather status, as there is enough lift to again produce some strong damaging wind gusts coming up later on this afternoon. But right now, again, light showers just north of Hatteras around Little Kinnickinnick, extending all the way up towards Nags Head. For now, this is what we've gotten across most of eastern North Carolina. Cloud cover. But you'll note we've got multiple levels of cloud cover, and both of them are showing some breaks. So we may have some opportunities for a few sun breaks coming up later on this afternoon. If that happens, it is only going to increase the chance of some of those storms possibly getting a little bit stronger as we get later into the evening. Right now, 66 degrees in Grifton, a little bit cool compared to what we're seeing right now through Edenton, Williamston, and New Bern, all coming in at 71 degrees. We've got 72 currently in Beaufort, 67 in Hatteras, as well as Manio and Jacksonville, 69 in Oriental, Swan Quarter, as well as Plymouth and Rocky Mount. Today is going to be I would say an average day temperature-wise, but weather-wise, just looking at the pattern, again, things are going to be a little bit stormy later on this afternoon and evening. For now, variable winds across many inland areas, certainly more sustained and direct across our sounds, where we're seeing around a 10 to 20 mile an hour sustained breeze coming in out of the south-southeast. Now, moving forward through today, again, our focus is going to be on the thunderstorms we see coming in later on this afternoon. Here's the picture by the time it gets around 4 p.m. Again, spotty storms and downpours rolling across parts of eastern North Carolina. Some, again, could see some heavy rain showers. Others may see just a few light showers, and some also may stay completely dry. It is going to be, again, one of those hit and miss scenarios where some, again, are going to get far more than others. But moving forward through the rest of this week, again, we may have another round of rain coming in on Tuesday, and the Wednesday, things are certainly looking quite a bit drier. So let's zoom the picture out a little bit further, show you again exactly what we've got going on across the country. It's this occluded front that is continuing to give us these rain opportunities. That low pressure system, as it gets closer to us, will still again promote a few rain showers and really thunderstorms coming up this afternoon and evening. But as that low moves further northward, that opportunity for extensive rain continues to diminish. Then we get into your Wednesday, another area again of low pressure sitting further back towards the west, but none of those rain showers show any signs of really approaching eastern North Carolina. Get into the latter half of the week, potentially Thursday, Friday, maybe even extending into Saturday and Sunday. Now, for those of you not paying attention, we've got Mother's Day coming up this weekend. Make sure you do something special for Mom. 75-degree air temperatures. Overnight lows in the mid to upper 50s. We'll have low humidity and relatively low rain chances. I'm going to say right now, I'm doing my part. But hopefully, again, you guys can take advantage of some nicer weather. 82 degrees coming up on Thursday. Will cool down to around the low to mid 70s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday before we return to the low 80s by the time we get to next week. That's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful Monday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.